Morning, everybody. It's the 5th of March.
Get on
We're
with it.
Signal Centre talking ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Ian Coleman and Steve O'Hare. Morning,
Good
guys.
morning.
Morning. I'm
Happy
Steve
Well
O'Hare.
Booked Day.
Happy what
really?
day?
Yeah, you're going to be flooded on Facebook with pictures of kids dressed up, I think.
Oh, is it that? Has your kids gone out? What are they dressed up as,
I think
Joe?
they're dressing up tomorrow.
Einsteins?
They're going as words rather than books,
like-
which is a bit strange. So one of them's going as metallic and the other one's going as camouflage. So yeah,
Charlie the camouflage.
Who
Carrot
knows?
the cat.
Don't know.
Is it all what them words?
Something
Like letters and words.
alliteration. Is that what you're
I
after?
can't even remember what
Are
they're
you
called.
just trying to stall Ian because he's gagging to get a
Yeah.
trade on?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Ian wants to go. Go on.
Right, okay. We're quickly
Desperate.
just yesterday. We had Steve and I went head to head on the equities. I lost out on that one, stopped on NASDAQ for a 1-hour loss. Ian, Steve, you got 1.1 hour on DAX come 9 o'clock. And
no, actually, I got more than that, Joe, because I was long at 120.
Oh, God, here we go.
No, well, we've got to go by the actual official entry, haven't we?
No, because you got to go by. We're not doing the.
All right, I'll change it in a minute. So it was more.
It was the filler. It was all the filler's fault.
Okay, and Ian, you had a 1.07R win on your short Euro-US dollar trade, which I still think looks pretty good. But I know you're keen to have a chat about your idea today, so off you go.
Right.
120.56, 12.056 I was in at.
1.39.
I'm going to let you do your own today. Cable. I think over the long run,
isn't it?
It's bounced up. Yes, it has bounced up from that 50% level, but I think we get all the way down here to the channel base over the medium term. And if we look at this, ooh, magic. Cipher pattern down around the same level, 125, 124.80. So I think rallies are going to be sold into. If we go to, oh no, don't want the 1 minute chart. God,
that's my one.
If we go to here, we've got some reverse trendline resistance, and we've got our bespoke resistance here, 128.98, which we've just clipped and moved lower. So our clients are potentially short if they're listening to what we're talking about. And I'm going to get short 128. No, what's the live price?
28.89.
128.89. Targeting 127.70, and I've got to have a stop. Not a particularly great stop. 129.25. So about 3R for me. So
cool.
That's it.
Steve, what you got, mate?
No, you can go.
Oh, come on, you had the winner yesterday. 70. You've got to go.
All right, I'll go.
Unless you haven't got anything yet.
You'll have to bear with me if I've got to execute his trade.
No, I'm doing that, mate.
You're doing it. Good.
Right. This was what we were looking at yesterday. We were looking at the potential for inverse head and shoulders. It was up sloping, so it wasn't necessarily as strong as we'd want it to be. It stalled. DAX rallied up and stalled and stopped on the close. It was a big buying program, another sort of market manipulation by the central bankers, pushed it up and it stalled at the previous swing high, 12,275-ish. It's reversed overnight and come lower quite aggressively. So let's just take this one out and look at this one. Another. Oh,
morning, dogs.
Sorry, next door neighbours going out. Right. Head and shoulders. Buddy, quiet. Kill. Right, left shoulder, neckline, right shoulder. Is this it? Is this the one, Stevie boy?
Oh.
Really poor, isn't it?
One in.
I mean, just potential for maybe this. Let's go for this, shall we? That looks a bit nicer, doesn't it?
Okay.
Okay, so there's where my stop's going to be. My stop's going to be
above the head or above that candle.
12,225. So that's where my stop's going to be. And my target,
Swing
you
low.
ready for it? My target is 11,725. How's that look? Yeah.
I don't know. You tell us. What's the R on that?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's be a bit more aggressive. I couldn't help myself, could I? Right. Target is 11,725. Stop is 12. Am I confident enough?
225, you said.
Yeah, I might go a little bit better.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Oh, no, that's come on, Steve. 2.85.
2.85, that'll do.
There we go.
Okay, I'm sticking with equities too, and taking a look at the FTSE today. I just think all this coordinated action that we're seeing is not really having too much of an impact on equities. We've obviously seen a bit of a rally, but nothing amazing. We've got about 38.2% level on the FTSE at 6,920. We haven't quite reached it yet, but we've seen a reasonable reversal take shape already this morning. Looking at the hourly chart, we've got a bit of a wedge or potentially a flag forming. So I'm thinking we could break lower below this. I'm going to preempt it now and jump in on the short side at 67.68. Going to have a stop above those highs there at 69.05, just a little bit above. And I'm going to target and move down to these swing lows here. So the R on that, 2.7. So all roughly the same sort of level today on those.
All right.
That's my trade for today. Selling FTSE at 6773 as it stands at the minute. Stop 6905. Target 6445. Good luck following. Yeah. So anyone got anything to add from news yesterday that they saw that was of interest?
Not a great deal. It just feels like that buying program I was watching last night up until the close. As soon as the markets closed and the main exchanges closed, the market gapped down 100 points in both, over that in Dow and about 50 points in DAX. It's just sort of like, it's just almost forced up there to sort of like get that in. But obviously that does sort of like leave the potential for a double top formation if they can't get the buying to come in again today. So it's a case of still think there's a bit more, concerted or combined central bank action to take place, but I don't think it's going to work. So I think it's just a case of getting the timing right on these opportunities to sell. I see them as.
Yeah. So news-wise yesterday, obviously everything was underpinned by the expectation of strong global policy action to combat the threat of the coronavirus. S&P was up 4% at the close, but did, as you say, Steve, fade a little bit after that and is weaker into this morning's trade today. The dollar remained fragile overall. The 10-year rate continues to be near record lows. The data coming out of the States yesterday still remained quite robust. I think we're not going to see the impacts of coronavirus till maybe next month. The US ADP employment data record came in at 183,000, which was above the consensus forecast of 170,000. So the ISM manufacturing also was stronger. That came in at 57.3 versus 55.5. So both pretty good. Obviously, we've seen some quite strong action from the Italian government. They've cancelled schools, universities, big sporting events, cinemas, theatres, really trying to do all they can to combat the spread of the virus. But clearly, that's going to have a huge impact on the economy. All those parents that can't go to work because their kids are at home, and the slowdown generally in business is going to be massive. I thought in what is already quite a fragile economy.
Yeah.
So more
Yeah,
worries there.
I don't think they haven't got really much they can do. It's sort of shutting everything down.
I mean, is that a blueprint for what we're going to see in UK, Germany, France, potentially?
Well, I mean, so why is it spread so much in Italy and not anywhere else?
Don't know. Just think, obviously, some people have come back uncontained, and there's been a series of super spreaders that have been throwing it about, I guess. I mean, there was talk yesterday that in the UK they're going to try and make it peak in the summer months. So it's just a case of trying to contain it for now, so that there's less pressure on the NHS with the seasonal flu stuff.
I thought you were all ignoring me and I was on mute.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They're saying that the main issue is the fact that there's loads of people that have got it that have got no symptoms, asymptomatic or something.
Right, so they're just carrying it at the moment.
So they just go around,
just
going around spreading it and not realising they've got it.
So what about this?
That's why I think the Italians have done 35,000 checks now or something ridiculous.
Yeah. So what about sort of like the people who've had it and it's gone? Why aren't we seeing them sort of people on the news? Why are we seeing all these like doomsday sayers on the news and not seeing people saying, "Oh look, I had it, I'm all right now"?
Doesn't make good news, does it? No one wants to see that.
No, exactly. So like most people survive it and recover from it after a 48-hour flu. They recover from it. So why aren't we seeing that? Why is everyone trying to fucking scaremonger everyone? It's absolute rubbish. It's like, I think it's just a plan for the evil Donald Trump to start to take over the world even more. He's going to say,
the pub was still really busy last night.
Yeah. And Sheffield's the most affected in the whole of the UK. We've seen the map, haven't we?
That's because I'm a super spreader.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So just coming back to the news yesterday, the Canadian Central Bank obviously cut interest rates by 0.5%. I think most expected 0.25%, but they got half. They warned that the coronavirus outbreak posed a material threat to the Canadian economy. And obviously we are now keeping an eye on what the Bank of England are going to do next week. The incoming guy, Governor Bailey, dampened expectations of an emergency rate cut, but he has stated that the bank could take the rate down to about 0.1%, but also said there is limited policy ammunition. So he has curbed the speculation of an emergency rate cut. So I think we'll wait and see what he says next week. Oil took a bit of a hit yesterday as well. There are some rumours going around that OPEC are set to cut production.
They're not getting Russia on side with it,
no, but Russia aren't on side. So that's further pushing prices.
Next 2 days, isn't it, the meeting?
OPEC.
All I hear is market manipulation everywhere I look. You know,
and we're not
makes
getting
me
any
angry, makes my blood boil. So, go on.
Okay. Data-wise, we've got US jobless claims today. That's the only data of high impact that I can see on the calendar. And obviously, we've got non-farm payrolls tomorrow.
I was going to say, they're talking about jobless claims. Why can't they talk about get jobs coming in? So they're going to do that tomorrow, are they? That should be fun. Non-farm payroll after the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think I'll be sitting back and watching that one rather than getting involved.
No, I built up a few bullets this week. I'm all right. I've done all right this week.
Okay. Just going
to
go fire them all into yourself.
It's a Friday frenzy, isn't it?
Friendly fire on Friday afternoon.
Yeah. Oh dear. Not looking good.
No. Okay. So let's wrap it up there then for today. And we will catch all of you again on Non-Farm Friday.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.